Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's topic of conversation is going to be how May went financially, and so we're going to do an end of the month budget recap. So if you're interested in hearing about that or seeing that, then please keep watching. Okay, but first of all, can we talk about the facelift on my Erin Condren? Isn't this beautiful? These were buy one get one free. Of course, I used shop credit, so I didn't pay any money out of pocket, but I love black and gold, and this is so beautiful. Also, I've lost a few nails. Some of you are going to be sad about that because you were happy that I had my nails done, but they're gone, and I'm not getting them done again because if they would have stayed on, I would have gotten a fill-in, but because they have popped off, I'm not getting them fixed and a fill-in. That's too much. So bye-bye nails. I'm gonna try to grow them out though. Anyway, so we moved into this Erin Condren life planner, aka I moved into this Erin Condren life planner in the month of, at the end of April, and I never got to set up this monthly page, notes page, what do they call that? A notes page. So I did do so in May, and I decided that I was going to use it for budgeting. So sidebar, I actually filmed this video yesterday, and whenever I went to edit it, I put my SD card from my camera in my CD-ROM slot on my computer, so now it's stuck, and so I have an appointment with the Apple people next week. But in the meantime, I went to purchase a new SD card because I have a lot of videos to film. I try to binge film my videos on Saturday and try to get them edited and uploaded on Sunday. So yeah, I went and purchased that. But so all of that to say, I'm doing this video again, and it's going to be unfortunate because I felt that the previous video was really good quality information. So I'm going to try to recreate that, but you know, we'll see. Alright, so let's talk about this. So here we have income, bills, expenses, savings. This is income, so that's obvious. This is bills, which is the same as this. Bills and fixed expenses. That is what this category is. Expenses, which is the same as this. These are variable expenses. So these are the same. And so if you watched me setting this up, you will know that, but you might not know that if you didn't watch me setting this up. So anyway, let's talk about the obvious, which is income. We budgeted $5,000. Except we did not bring in $5,000. So my husband and I are working off of a limited or low income, and every time I say that, people are like, $5,000 isn't low income, and I'm like, I know that, but I'm just telling you the truth, which is that we are only living off of one income right now. So therefore, we are living off of a limited or lower income. So yeah, so there's that. So I've explained to you guys kind of about what is taking place within the household, and essentially we're stopping our debt snowball to cash flow some other stuff, a lot of it pertaining to my husband. Opportunity knocked, he took advantage of it, and so we should be back to normal soon. We don't really have a time limit on it, so to speak. I would say this month, I would say next month, but I'm not going to say anything because if it doesn't happen, then I've already spoke it on YouTube, and then, you know, you just get held accountable on YouTube if you don't follow through with what you say or if something changes. So I'm not going to say it, but I am going to say hopefully June or July. So all of that to say, we actually didn't bring in $5,000. We brought in $4,733.12. For bills, which is all of this, we budgeted $1,849.27. We came in under at $1,729.90, and we'll talk about why we're under momentarily. Expenses, we budgeted $2,305 even. We came in over at $2,573.48. We projected that we would save $845.73. We did not, but we saved $429.74. This should technically be in red, but it isn't. I use red when we were over budget, green when we were on budget, or green when we were under budget, and black when we were perfectly on budget. So let's just talk about that. So rent and water, we live in a low cost of living area in the state of Georgia. So we budgeted $570, we paid $570. Cable and internet, we budgeted $107.86. That is what we paid. Electricity, we budgeted $60. We paid $91.92. The reason why I'm putting emphasis on the Georgia part is because yesterday, June 1st, was like 91 degrees. It felt like 94. So, yeah, our bill is pretty much, we can expect it to be in the hundreds from here on out because it's only going to get hotter. It's not even summertime yet, so it's only going to get hotter. So that bill is going to be up there. Cell phones, we have AT&T prepaid. We budgeted $70.75. We paid $70.75. We saved $20 a month for having a family plan and for having auto pay. So technically, if you were to set up an account with your, go switch to AT&T prepaid, know that it might appear that you're going to, and you get the same plan that we have, which is $45 plans. It may appear that you're going to pay $90, but if you set up auto pay and you have a joint account or a family account, then you're going to get $20 in discounts. So be mindful of that. Personal trainer, I budgeted that I would pay $320. I actually paid $140. $140 is auto drafted from our account each and every month on the same day, but then I pay my trainer money out of pocket as well. So I did not get to pay him this month because I have not seen him. Well, I normally pay at the end of the month, but I haven't seen him in like 10 days since before we left for Mexico, and we couldn't train the week after because our schedules were in conflict. So I'll have to pay him in June, but we are under because of that. Gym, we budgeted $19.99. That is what we paid. Car insurance, we budgeted $0. We paid $0. We pay our car insurance premiums in every 6 months. So in June, we will pay the 6-month premium, and we won't pay car insurance again until December. Life insurance, we budgeted $42.19. We paid $42.19. Some people ask why we don't pay this in full, and I don't see any reason to because we don't save any money if we pay it in full, so I just figure we may as well take it 1 month at a time. Renter insurance, we budgeted $156.29. However, we ended up paying $185. This is for a whole year, so we won't pay renter insurance again until next year. And the reason why these are so different is because I got a quote in, I don't know, like before we went into May, so I would have a general idea. And then I got a quote, closer to the end of May whenever it was due, and the quote was much higher, and so we just paid it because it was pretty good. It's great coverage. Everything, all of this is like great coverage. So it was great coverage, so we just paid the $185 because I don't know why it changed. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's in insurance can tell me, but same premium. I mean, it was like the same coverage, but the amount changed, so I don't know what's up with that. Student loans, for me, my minimum payment was $241.74. That is what we paid. Minimum payment for my husband was $260.45. That is what we paid. Again, you see the same number up here because this is the same bills and bills, same category. Moving over to expenses or variable expenses. We budgeted $170 for my allowance and business expenses, and so some of the business stuff was going to be, a lot of it was going to be getting a P.O. box, but I didn't get around to getting a P.O. box, but I did have some other business expenses. And if you're wondering about business expenses, it's YouTube stuff. YouTube is pretty profitable in that what I put into it, I pretty much get right back out. Not as far as money, but as far as like time and energy. Probably I could stand to be compensated a little bit more because I do spend like, I mean, it's basically a part-time job. I probably work like 25 hours of YouTube every week. I mean, considering all of the videos and all of the setting up, the filming, the editing, the uploading parts, the scheduling, the posting part, all of that stuff, I put a good solid 20 to 25 hours in. So I wouldn't say that I'm there I'm not being compensated as much as I probably would like because of the time that I'm putting into it. Because if I were to put the same time and energy into another job, I would get paid more than I get paid from YouTube. So it doesn't really add up that way. But as far as the money that I put into YouTube, I technically get it all right back. Like when I upgraded my studio lights, or when I upgraded my tripod, and whatever little bit of money that I put into it, I get it all right back and then some as far as money. So I don't care to put money into the business. So I did come under. I don't have a P.O. box yet. I am going to get one soon because I hit 10,000 subscribers. You guys are so amazing. And I said I would get a P.O. box when I hit 10,000, if you didn't know that. So anyway, let me go ahead because I want to finish this in 15 minutes. I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, so I did come under at $164.13. My husband's allowance, we budgeted $100. He came in under, as he normally does, at $79.82. Hair, we were going to get, well, my husband gets one haircut every month, and I was going to get my hair done, but I decided to spend my hair money on clothes for the cruise. So my husband's haircut was $13, so that's all that we spent there. Donations and gifts, we had Mother's Days and graduations and all of that. We budgeted $225. We came in over at $241.69. Toiletries, we budgeted $50. We were doing pretty good until we got back from the cruise, and then we ended up realizing that we didn't have toilet paper and this and that and the third, so we went back out, and that took us over at $72.95. Travel, this is to Mexico and some other travel expense that we needed to take care of. We budgeted $1,140. We came in over at $1,426.52, and I'm going to say I'm actually quite impressed with that, because had I known that we would have been spending $500 on excursions alone, I probably would have budgeted about $1,400, because I mean 500 of this amount went to excursions technically. So anyway, I'm okay with this amount. I am. We were gone for a week to Miami and to Mexico, and I'm okay with that amount. Miscellaneous, we budgeted $50. Now this is where I took my hair money and I put it in miscellaneous, because I didn't have a category for clothing, because we almost never buy clothing ever. So I decided to put it in miscellaneous. We also had an unexpected car expense that popped up. Something about some kind of, I don't know, something with the oil change filter or something. So we budgeted $50 and we came over at $207.70. Gas, we budgeted $120, and had I known we were so close, I would have put $3.02 less in my tank the other day when I filled it up. But we came in over at $123.02. Groceries, we budgeted $250. If you didn't know, my mother-in-law has been with us officially like a month and 2 days, and so we pretty much eat her food, or she buys us food. Like she bought us food yesterday or whatever. So this is why we did not spend. We spent next to nothing on groceries last month. Although we could do this if we weren't eating healthy. I could totally spend only $140 if we just eat like frozen pieces and like, you know, not great and healthy choices. I could totally spend $140 a month. But that's why we are so much under at $138.69. Restaurants and dates, we budgeted $100. You guys would be happy to know that we came in at $118.41. Although I can't be proud of that because we were gone for a week. So if we were here, we would probably be well over budget. So I'm not really that impressed with that. But that is pretty good for you guys. I'm sure you guys have never seen us that close to budget, to being on budget with restaurants and dates. Savings, we tried to save $845.73. We actually only saved $429.74. However, as you can see, that's about a $400 difference here. This is about almost a $400. Is that $400? No, that's about a $300 difference. Had we brought in $5,000, we would have been really close to being on budget with this. So I'm pretty impressed with this budget. So that is why I gave us a B+. I'm really impressed, honestly, because we've never been like so close to being on budget, I don't think. Now let's talk about goals really quickly. I said that we would save at least $500. We were close. if we didn't have that unexpected expense, the oil change thing, we would have saved the $500. I did not pay the dentist, so I'll have to do that in June. And I don't even know why I budgeted that because I didn't put it in here, but I budgeted that for June, so we're good. And then I said that we would stay under our allowance budget, and while I didn't get the P.O. box, we actually did. So anyway, I think that this was pretty good. Let me just show you the monthly spread. This is all that I use for budgeting. I use Fudget to track our expenses, as you guys know already. So if you're wondering where our tracking of the expenses is, or like how we came up with these numbers, and if you're new around these parts, let me just show you really quickly. So we use this Fudget app, and so for May, it shows us, due to my tracking of expenses, it shows us all of our expenses. So every time we go to spend any money, I just enter it in here. So like the end of the month, my husband spent money from his allowance. Oh, this is not gonna, okay. What is this? Okay, here. At the end of the month, my husband spent money from his allowance, and so I just put in the amount that was spent, and then it kind of just tells us how much money we have left at the end of the month. And we also put in our income. This is how I know how much income we brought in. This amount is a little bit off, but it's pretty close. It says $417.29. We actually saved $429.74. This is a little bit off because that means that there's an expense in here that doesn't really need to be, but it's not that big of a deal. If it was off by like 100, I would try to go fishing for the 100 from somewhere or see what the discrepancy is. But it's only off about $20, so that's fine. But if you track all of your expenses, every expense each and every day, no matter how big or how small, then this should be pretty accurate if you choose to use this Fudget app, or if you choose to use paper and pen, because you can do this using paper and pen as well, obviously. But that is where I got all of my numbers, and then I just went to options, and I hear like a police car outside, so that's annoying going by. I just go to options, and then it tells me my entire budget. That is how I know we spent $1,426.52 on travel, because I entered in all of our travel expenses. That is how much I know. That is why I know how much we spent on donations and gifts, because I entered in every time we made a donation or a gift. And a lot of people ask me this, but this is only for like basic donating and giving. There's obviously some stuff that we leave off of YouTube. I don't really find some information pertinent to what we're doing here on YouTube, so I don't really share that here. But this category is just strictly for gifts for people, random little donating that we do here and there. If we see somebody who is asking for money, or some kind of cause that we want to donate to, or a graduation gift that we know we have to purchase, or whatever. That is what this category is for. Nothing more, nothing less. Again, there's some stuff I don't really feel the need to share on YouTube, but for the most part, I think I share a decent amount. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys this before we go. I did end up filling this out. That was our starting balance. That was our ending balance. That was our savings. That was the amount that we put towards debt, which is just the minimum payments on our student loans. But this is how my monthly spread ended up looking, and this is it for June. If you did not see that video, I have been using this and loving using these monthly spreads for like our budget stuff, because that's kind of like for us, for our month is pretty much about our money, and not really about like events and such, because we don't really attend many events. So I like to keep this pretty clean, so when I look on here, I know what we're doing and what we need to pay, and when we're getting paid, and all of that good stuff. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys all in my next one. Bye.